Ruth Bader Ginsberg is the first, I think, the first woman, at the very least, the first Jewish woman, but I think the first woman to lay in state. Is that right?
That's correct.
And that's sort of shocking, frankly. But be that as it may, she was, I guess they had her casket draped with a flag near the Supreme Court, or right, I guess, in the front of the Supreme Court, which is, I don't know, just a block or so from the U.S. Capitol. And Donald Trump went to go pay his respects, and the crowd that had assembled to, I guess, celebrate Ruth Bader Ginsburg's life and achievements, they paid their respects to Donald Trump. Here's that clip. All the times you'd like to see the look on his face when he's wearing a mask.
I've seen enough.
What was it they sang? They were saying 4 more years.
4 more years. Thank you. They love me.
They really love me. You know, it is petty and really ultimately worthless to celebrate moments like this. But I'm going to, because I know it hurt his feelings. And I'm going to cop to not caring about that.
I mean, I think as a historical artifact, it's also interesting. The very first woman lies in state. I mean, 100 years from now, if they watch that video, they're going to hear this otherworldly howl from the crowd off screen, just trying to get this guy out.
That's actually I think that's a great point. I mean, this is like a moment like that could end up, I mean, depending on, you know, how things go in the next really 150 days, because that I really do think is going to implicate history for decades. That could be one of those things that, like, this is what, you know, in the history books, this is one of those sort of touchstones that they use to sort of describe where people were at this point in terms of the polarization and I mean, I guess maybe something like that happened during Nixon, maybe the Nixon era, but I mean, I can imagine it happening, but not really at such an institutional event as the, you know, I guess the display of a casket of a Supreme Court justice. Right. Like, you know, during the Nixon era, I can imagine that there were opportunities for people to jeer at Nixon and boo him, et cetera, et cetera. But I can't imagine in that era also that people would have come, and I'm trying to think of who was sitting on the court at that time, to one of the Supreme Court justices, you know, funerals or wakes or memorials, and actually go earnestly. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think is interesting about this. These are not the people who were, you know, are for historians' sake. The people who are sitting there booing the president of the United States are not people who, you know, necessarily have a problem with authority or, you know, the institutions. of our country. And I think that is sort of what is unique about what we just watched there. Plus, also, man, they really have to stuff his face in a mask.
It's pretty tight.
That's where my chin is. Wherever
Not
the mask
flattering.
That is where my chin is. Wow.